And welcome to Virtual Realms. I'm Ranger 1. As you can see, work on my hatchery facility has progressed, both above water and below. We'll get to that in just a little while. But I have a variety of projects today that I'd kind of like to show you. So let's just dive right in. Okay, while we're at it, we're going to take a pass with the last of these Kuruku eggs. See if we get some cyan or teal Kuruku. It's one color I didn't get before, and I'd kind of like to, if possible. First 20. Now, we don't get anything interesting, or even if we do, we're going to go ahead and pick out a couple to keep around here, and the rest we're going to relocate. I'm thinking I may put them up by the lake up top. See how they do up there. Holy smokes, what was that? Oh, my turret just went off. Really? Well, that'll be a pain for him. You knocked over my tree! I loved that tree. It was the only tree down here in the cave. That's really irritating. I'm not out of ammunition, am I? Okay. Alright. You've done your damage, now you die. And I missed my hatching. Anyway. No teal in there at all. Alright. Okay. But this is going to provide us with a colorful population for up in the lake. Let me clean this up a little bit, and then I will do the next batch. Okay. All the little guys are out of the hatching area. Time for the next batch. Let's leave it at that for the moment. There's an Argentavis in here too. You know, the map Ragnarok just got its update, and as part of it they told you to go ahead and destroy all wild dinos, and I did, and it made the predators go crazy because he adjusted some spawns. It's settling down now, but I've got all sorts of new stuff spawning in the area. I had a jerboa colony going up by the lake, which I'm going to show you here, but unfortunately a bunch of raptors spawned in there and wiped them all out. That's under control now, but I had a really pretty jerboa colony up there to show you. Okay, we should be just about ready here. There we go. Anything new? Probably not. I mean, I've got a bunch of mutations on these guys already, but I thought, well, it's worth a shot. Nope, nothing else new. Let's go ahead and do the rest of them. There's a rock for some reason in there. We'll just get them all done here at once. And then I'll see if I can get this herd up these several levels necessary to get it way up there. Any second now. And, oh, is there... Nope, didn't really expect there to be. Okay. Well, I'm going to get this group under control. I'll bring you back when I get them into their new home. And we finally made it up to the lake. Dawn is breaking. It was a very long night. I think I would have gotten here quicker had I let them either grow up and come themselves or brought them up one at a time by hand. It took forever. And we were attacked multiple times. But here we are. The whole crew. Well, not the whole crew. We had some losses along the way. Some fell off the narrow walkways of the cave, and a couple got hung out. But for the most part, they're all here. Time to set them all free. There you go, little guys. Time to head off for your new lives. I know most of you are not going to survive this, but some of you will. And you will have a very incredibly slim chance of actually mating with one of your fellow penguins up here and producing offspring that will live as wild, unclaimed penguins that will one day kill you and take over your place in the pecking order. It'll be a wonderful thing. The cycle of life. Just brings a tear to my eye. Good God, that's a lot of penguins. Well, here's what it looks like a bit later, once all the babies that survive have grown up. Quite a colorful sight. You know, I'd been considering calling this high lake calling it Emerald Lake because of its beautiful green color, but I don't know. Skittle Lake? It's been done. Still, I think it looks pretty good. We'll see what else we can do to mess up this ecosystem by the end of the day. Okay, some of the turtles that I have had incidentally roaming around the compound have deposited a total of 3 eggs for us to look at. So we're going to take a quick peek, see if anything interesting comes out of this. Alright, here we go. Oh, where's my oh, there we go. Okay. We're looking for white shells and completely purple legs or black. Right now, the male I think that I have running around has some lighter patches on the backs of his legs, and I'm wanting to try and get rid of that. Not a concerted effort being made to get rid of them, but, you know, if it happens, it happens. It's not going to break my heart. Any second now. Oh, and there we go. Are you a male? Come on. Yes, you are. Good boy. And then a couple of lovely pink turtles, too, that were roaming around the area. These two are going to get raised up, and we're going to take them upstairs, I think, and release them with the rest of the pink turtles. I'm trying not to take them out to the coastal area because they just go out to sea eventually and get eaten by megalodons, or they eat up all the megalodons. So instead, I've been taking them up to Emerald Lake as well, and they've been doing pretty well. It's a huge area with lots of access to other areas, so, oh, excuse me, buddy. So I think that'll actually work out pretty well. The little baby whiteback is safely ensconced out here on this peripheral island. I am eventually going to turn this into a garden area of sorts, but for now, my keepers, as far as the medium and larger size animals go, I think are going to be allowed to wander out here, as long as they're not too big. I'm going to completely redo it. This fence is temporary. It should be interesting by the time I get it done. But for right now, they can still breed occasionally. Well, they'll be able to when baby boy there grows up. And we'll get a few more turtle eggs here and there. Now, the old male I released in the main cave area. He's close enough. He gets to go ahead and roam around the area without too much grief. We'll let him do what he wants. There he is. So close and yet so far. Alright, let's grab the pink ones here and we'll get them up top. Up. Come back, you. I've already transported one of them upstairs. I figured, you know, since we have this nifty hole in the roof, we might as well use it to access this gorgeous, ooh, too bright, way too bright. This gorgeous lake up here above the falls. It does have some piranha And there's an argent over there, and occasionally spinos spawn, but you know, that's a small price to pay for beauty. The turtles can handle the piranhas and probably the argentavis as well without too much difficulty. There you go. Knock yourself out. Let's come over here where I left the other baby turtle. Okay, let's drop you off. Land. Don't go anywhere. Come here. Ooh. Missed. There we go. They really are pretty. I thought about keeping these guys, but like I say, this magenta color, although it's pretty, I don't know, it's just a little too easy to get in turtles. So cool color combination though, and that purple. Let's take a closer look here. The purple on the legs, yeah, that looks pretty good. But alright, you guys are going to get to go free. Now you're children, so try and avoid the major predators. You may not survive, but I think there's enough adults running around right now that you probably will. Disable following. Alright. And you just... well, you're a little confused. Disable following. Alright. And wander. There we go. Now with any luck, they'll grow up to be nice, huge, hulking magenta turtles just like their parents were. Oh, come here, buddy. As a matter of fact, I got this argentavis in the cliffs right over there. Actually, more over there. It's a really nice area, and it has small passages that connect to a variety of other areas. I will show you more of those as time goes by. Well, we're back sooner than I expected. I started getting messages at the top of the screen saying a spino had started picking off some of my beloved karuku. And there wasn't one out in the lake, and I searched the shoreline, and finally, here at the very far end of the lake, in this pass-through cave, which is a means to get to other areas, very interesting areas next to the Emerald Lake, I spotted this guy. Level 55, hanging out in the cave, just waiting for my beloved karuku to wander in so he could have a quick snack. He's picked off 2 so far, but I'm not going to have this kind of activity going on any longer. So we're going to go over here where I noticed one of my more adventuresome pink turtles has wandered off, scouting the far end of this plateau that overlooks the main area known as Viking Bay. We're going to go and retrieve Pinkerton over here and put him to good use. Come here, you magenta marvel. I have a finny fiend I need you to take care of for me. Normally, spinos are pretty much the top of the food chain at Emerald Lake, but that is all just about to change. I've always referred to these guys as my guardian turtles, and that's for very, very good reason. The battle is soon joined. The spino seems to sense almost right off the bat that it is badly outmatched, and indeed it is. I got my gun out just in case it was necessary, but the outcome of this fight was never in doubt. He's completely outmatched. That turtle could probably take on 2 or 3 spinos that are that level with little or no difficulty. I've always called them guardian turtles, and I've got good reason for it. They're usually one of the first species that I choose to introduce to a new environment. Well, originally my plan was to get into some of the underwater breeding that I have been working on, but this video is already running a little bit longer than I'd like, so we're going to have to wait until next time for that. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to subscribe, like, and share with as many of your friends as is humanly possible. And until I see you again, good hunting.